Welcome to Tectonic Nights channel. Here's day 10 of solving easy LeetCode problems in Python. Today's problem is find the distance value between two arrays. We are given two integer arrays, array 1 and array 2, and an integer d which represents the maximum allowed distance. The goal here is to identify whether each number in array 1 is distant from the numbers in array 2. Specifically, a number n1 from array 1 is considered distant if the absolute difference between n1 and any number n2 from array 2 is greater than d. So the idea here is as follows. For each number n1 in array 1, find if there is any number n2 in array 2 such that absolute difference between them is less than or equal to d. If such a number n2 exists, n1 is not distant. If no such n2 exists, n1 is considered distant. Let's walk through an example to illustrate how the binary search approach works. We have two arrays, array 1 and array 2, where array 2 is sorted. The given distance is 3. We start by picking the first element in array 1, which is 1, so n1 equal to 1. The left pointer in the array 2 is initialized to 0. And right pointer is initialized to the last index of array 2, which is 5. We calculate the mid index. The mid index is 2 now. The value at the midpoint in array 2 is 6. Next, we calculate the absolute difference between the selected number from array 1 and value at mid index in array 2. This value is greater than d. Now we need to adjust the search range. The goal is to find an element in array 2 where the absolute difference is less than or equal to d. Let's understand how to adjust the left and right pointers. If array 2 of mid minus n1 is greater than d, as is the case here, 6 minus 1 is greater than 3, we know that array 2 of mid is greater than selected number n1, and we can conclude that all the elements in the right half of array 2 will also be greater than n1, and the absolute difference will be greater than d. Hence, we can discard the right subarray and move our right pointer to mid minus 1. Now the mid value is 0 and the value at mid index is minus 4. The absolute difference between the value at mid and the selected number n1 is still greater than the allowed distance. At this point, we need to decide whether to move our left or right pointer. To do so, we can see that the value at the mid is less than n1, however, the absolute difference is still greater than d. This means that any value smaller than minus 4 will also have an absolute difference greater than d. Therefore, we discard the left subarray and move the left pointer to mid plus 1. After adjusting the left pointer, the new mid value becomes 1, and both the left and right pointers are now pointing to 1. The absolute difference is still greater than the allowed distance. We again check the value at the mid. It's smaller than the selected number n1, so we shift the left pointer again to mid plus 1. Now the left pointer is greater than the right pointer, meaning we have exhausted all the potential values to compare, and we exit the search. Now let's dive into the coding section. We begin by initializing the count variable to 0. We define binary search function with number as a parameter. We initialize our left and right pointers. Left is set to 0 and right is set to last index of array 2. We now implement the binary search algorithm. In each iteration, we calculate the mid index. Then we check if the absolute difference between the number from array 1 and array 2 of mid is less than or equal to the given distance d. If so, we return false, since this means that the number from array 1 is not a distant number. If the absolute difference is greater than d, we continue the binary search by updating the left and right pointers. Finally, if the binary search completes without satisfying the absolute difference condition, we return true. For each number in array 1, we call this binary search function. If it returns true, we increment the count variable. At the end, we return the count variable which holds the count of distant numbers. The overall time complexity is O of m log m plus n log m. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Stay tuned for more videos in this series. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.